What's up, everybody, and welcome back to What's Cooking Today. I'm Chef Dede, and here is where we turn the ordinary into extraordinary. We are powered by the Bulletin Group and 5 decades of their great experience. Now, the Bulletin Group and I are answering this question that bothers South Africans every day. What's cooking today? Now, today we're going to be making something very delicious. We're going to be making cheddar, savory, golden biscuits, something that you can have with your tea, you can have your coffee. We want to make your house smell like a celebration every day with the dishes that you and I make together. Remember, we create the dishes, a lot of you goes into it. So with that, without even wasting time, we're going to get into the ingredients. And the ingredients are very, very simple. Today we're using one of my favorite ingredient, which is the Cordon Bleu 70% baking fat spread. 70% baking fat spread. Imagine that. That means all the richness is in your food. All of that beauty is in there. So can't wait to be getting in there. We've got some flour here. We've got our beautiful Cordon Bleu 70% baking fat spread. Now, you have to leave it cold. That way you can knead it because you don't want it to just break apart everywhere and just become too soft. Cheddar cheese here. Got some baking powder. Got a little bit of sugar for taste. And of course, balancing it with some salt. This is going to be very quick, very easy. There's something that you can make on the go very, very quickly, so you don't have to worry much about it. So we're gonna get into it. Let me get my trusted wooden spoon. See what I did there? Right? Now I'm gonna just drop the Cordon Bleu 70% fat spread in there. Drop our sugar in there. Just measure our salt. So I don't want to put too much. And of course, the cheddar cheese. Now all of this, I'm going to just put together, crumble together using my hands. Make sure that it all comes together so beautifully. Here you can use a little bit of milk or a little bit of water just to add a little bit of moisture, but you don't really have to be using too much of it because remember, biscuits in their nature, it's like crumbly sand. So this is where we're going to add a little bit of moisture, which is a little bit of water. Baking powder. Mix everything all well together. You want to spread the moisture around. You don't want it to just focus in one area, so you want it to spread around there. That's the texture that we're looking for. So when you get to that point, just put that down there. Now, what we have here is the dough. So I've got my cup here. See, this is the most South African thing that we ever had. Just grab any cup that you got and then just push it in there. And then boom, there we go. So what I'm doing is that I'm just gonna take those nuggets and that paper and spread them here to create like a degreasing surface, like a non-stick on top of a non-stick, so that my cookies don't go off. And then the ones that I've cut already, I can put them down, make sure that it cuts really nicely. Now my oven has been preheated to about 180 degrees. That is really important that you always preheat your oven when you're going to be making anything that you're required to bake, right? You want to make sure that everything that you're putting in there works, just put in to a warm space whereby it starts to cook already and doesn't have to build up with the temperature of the oven. One last one here. Look at that, about 20 minutes in the oven. After 20 minutes, we're going to get them out. Of course, we're going to have something beautiful. Now it's been about 20 minutes, the magic of television. They're ready, they're smelling beautiful. The whole room is just engulfed in just the beauty of these cheddar, savory, golden biscuits that are made with that incredible Cordon Bleu 70% baking fat spread. It's just something that we just can't get away from. Let me get them out. Oh, look at that. Now, I sprinkled a little bit of Parmesan on top of them just so that you could have this beautiful thing, because they're savory. Inside they've got cheddar, on top they've got Parmesan. You can use a little bit of salt with herbs, or you can use anything that's just so that you can get them a bit of character and personality. Oh, these are looking fantastic. This is just what you want to come home to. The smell of scones, the beauty. Whether you call them scones, whether you call them biscuits, It's up to you. This is just simple, easy, incredible to make. Can't go wrong with this. You know, the Bulletin Group and Chef Dede got you all the time. Yeah, before I get out of here, guys, and I see you guys next time, if you guys want to catch up with everything that we've been doing, all the recipes that we've created together, you guys can just hop along onto the Bulletin Group onto YouTube. Check out everything else that we're there, the recipes, the latest products, everything that you want to know. Engage with us there. You know, tell us what you think about everything that we've been doing. Suggest more recipes if you want us to cook your recipes so that me, you, and Bulletin can cook along together. But before then, as always, whenever anybody wonders what's cooking today, you know Chef Dede and the Bulletin Group got you. See you soon.